Hey, I'm here to talk to you about the toxic baits, wake and crank. I've been developing this bait for a good amount of years now in this molded resin version. We're looking at a couple years. On the Delta, it's won over $15,000 in local tournaments with just a couple guys throwing it. It's 7 inches long, regular soft plastic tail. Haven't found the use for silicone that we really don't lose these at all. I mean, I fish all season with the same tail. I'll make sure there's some cheap tails available on the site to you guys that I should be able to ship out in a regular envelope, keep the cost down, no shipping and stuff. Like I said, it's 7 inches long. It's about 2 3/4 ounces, a little bit under 3 ounces. So you could throw this on a flipping stick and your regular size gear. You don't have to have specialized swim bait gear to toss this bait around. It's called a wake and crank, but on a long cast, it's a crank down bait. It's not really a bait you could wake right out there. We pitch it into pockets and weed lines on the Delta and wake it back. But for the most part, you're going to have this as a crank down bait right under the surface. It's adjustable where you hold your rod tip up or down and the length of your cast. So you could work this right over the tops of grass no matter how deep the grass is. Get down about 4 or 5 feet, maybe a little deeper with fluorocarbon with these stock ST36 hooks. This bait does perform well with the ST46 and the ST56 hooks also. When I go to the 56, which is a 3X, I step down from a size 1 to a size 2 in the back because that hook is pretty big. Not just width, but it seems like the gap is wider, and size 2 really matches up with that smaller tail section well. What else? You tune this like a square bill. It's pretty sensitive. The bait will hunt kind of like a balsa crank that you get sometimes. It'll swing out to one side and come back to center and swing out again. So make sure you play with the bait around. If it's swinging out to one side, make sure, maybe it needs a tiny tuning. I tune them before they get nailed, but it's really dynamic bait. It does a lot of things. You could walk it under the water with heavier hooks. It'll suspend, especially when the water starts to get colder. The rod I like to throw this with is a low-down Customs medium heavy that he builds me with a little bit of a softer tip. But it throws real well on a frog rod from what I hear from other guys. Phoenix inshore rods, 8'3", I think is one, medium light, 1 to 4 ounces. That throws this pretty well, has a nice soft tip on it. But you could throw this on a flipping stick. That's what I used to throw it on the early prototypes a long time ago. You don't need specialized swim bait gear to throw this. I throw a thin line, 25 pound, 20 pound big game, anything like that. You're not really gonna have to worry about it affecting the action of this bait. Just throw what you're confident in. Some guys that have them, they throw on braid. I'm not a big braid advocate for hard baits, but they have a lot of success on it. So just play around with some stuff. So if you grab one, make sure you just give it a chance. It's really good for short casts and short pitches into pockets on the wake. You could really crawl it on the surface on a long cast, but this bait's really designed to get down there 3-4 feet, get in the weeds, knock off of wood, and trigger some good reaction bites. So I hope I covered everything that I needed to. If there's any questions, please send me an email through my website at toxicbaits.com. Any questions on upcoming baits and stuff, it's a work in progress. I got a lot of baits that are going to be coming out soon. But for now, you can pick these up. Swimbaitunderground.com is carrying trout and golden perch or yellow perch. That's the only place you can get that. Lowdowncustoms.com in the workshop. Ben's going to carry some of these baits for me. And High's Tackle up here in Northern California. High's is going to carry a full line, all the colors, and any other baits that I have coming out. We have in the works to get in there too. So you can go into the store there in San Francisco, or you can get online, High's Tackle, and get what you need. So thanks a lot.